I wanted to provide some additional information regarding barred from applying. Remember I told you that barred from applying became a reality on July the 24th, 2013, when I received that notification from Charlene Bellamy of South Carolina Judicial Center, stating that my application for employment could no longer be considered because the state of South Carolina sent them notification that I had been barred from applying, which denied me a job opportunity. That's an unlawful Employment Discrimination Act. So on July the 26th, 2013, I sent Patricia Fuller of the EOC and Nikki Haley and others a detailed letter regarding my concern about barred from applying. I wanted to let them know that I was neither buying or selling that lie that many government officials have stated to me that barred from applying was a system error. And in 2013, I was right to do so, because after additional investigation in 2019 and 2020, I received information from NeoGov, the software provider, stating that barred from applying is a feature of the system, not a system error. But yet, the state of South Carolina and South Carolina Department of Employment Workforce continue to promote that lie to myself and potential employer. Now, remember my testimony before the South Carolina Oversight Subcommittee on March 20, 2019. I stated that the level of corruption and conspiracy in the state of South Carolina runs very deep. That's a fact. For many years, I requested documents from South Carolina Human Affairs Commission regarding my complaint against South Carolina Department of Employment Workforce. Time and time again, I was denied. Even though South Carolina Human Affairs policy states that if you have an ongoing litigation case and you provide the case docket number, you should have access to the investigative file. Well, I did that, and I still was denied. So in 2020, I received a packet from South Carolina Human Affairs Commission. Many of the documents was heavily redacted, as it is before you now. On your screen, it may appear as black, but it's red ink. And even with these documents that I did receive, I never did receive Sharon Dorn investigation notes, and I never did receive the response from the respondent, which I am authorized to receive. So this was another effort to obstruct justice by South Carolina Human Affairs and the EOC. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking this is Clarence fight and Clarence fight only. But you always should ask your question, what if this happened to me? If these unjust shoes were on my feet or family members? Will I get justice or I will be denied justice? So you always need to consider that when you decide to stay on the sideline. Because one day, these very unjust shoes that's on my feet may very well be on your feet. But I'm going to show you some additional example of how South Carolina Human Affairs heavily redacted these documents. This is August 20, 2013. August 20, 2013. October the 3rd, 2013. So you always have to wonder, what do South Carolina Human Affairs have to hide? This is dated February the 6th, 2014. September the 26th, 2014. October the 27th, 2014 at 10:10 a.m. October the 27th, 2014 at 10:33 a.m. So, South Carolina Human Affairs and the EOC has done everything possible to deny civil rights violation, but also participate in a cover-up and a conspiracy to deny those civil rights violations. Now, this document here before you now, I want you to pay close attention to the date. where it was stamped by the Greenville EOC office on May 20, 2013. And this is based on a new complaint that was filed with them based on the action of Carrie Paul, who at the time was the South Carolina Department of Employment Workforce HR Director. She called me on March 11 and she said, South Carolina Department of Employment Workforce have no interest in hiring you, and you never need to contact us again, and a letter will be coming. Well, on March 15, 2013, a letter did come. But the letter also accuses me of harassment and threats of contacting the local law enforcement authority. The harassment claims are bogus. They never happened. But this was an attempt to make me to be some kind of monster, just like the police officers do when they kill a young black male. Because they know it's easy to believe. And this is what South Carolina Department of Employment Workforce staff did with me. Even though the claim was believed without any evidence, without any facts. When I asked them to provide the records of harassment, I have yet to receive a response as of today, because it did not happen. But this is what our justice system is all about. Immigrants can come in this country unlawful and still receive more rights than you and I as a black person who've been here forever lawfully. The justice system is injustice in itself. So let me get back to the issue at hand. No, before I do that, let me make the claims of harassment and why it did not happen. I do not know these people. I don't know whether they're black, white, blue, purple, green, yellow. I don't know whether they're tall, short, skinny, fat. I don't know if they got blue hair, green hair, yellow hair, gray hair, black hair, brown hair, or blonde. I don't know what car they drive. I don't know their personal phone number. I do not know where they live. I do not know any of their relatives. So therefore, how can you make the claims of harassment? And then how can it be believed? Because when you have a corrupt system, it's willing to believe anything. And that's what we have. So, the original complaint filed with EOC against South Carolina Department of Employment Workforce was concluded on March 29, 2013. My new complaint was filed on May 20, 2013. That is within 2 months. The courts and the EOC have determined that in order to substantiate a retaliation claim, it must be filed within 2 months of the original charge, which I did. But the EOC under Patricia Fuller is so corrupt. She will deny justice on every hand. She will obstruct justice on every hand regarding the state of South Carolina and South Carolina Department of Employment Workforce. It was deliberate and intentional when EOC of Greenville dated my complaint in July and amended it in August of 2013. Even though the records here show that my original complaint was filed on May 20, 2013. As I say, that was deliberate because that removed me from within the retaliation claim made against South Carolina Department of Employment Workforce. And I just want to show it to you again. So, when they said my retaliation claim was not viable, that's a fraudulent claim. But time and time again, the state of South Carolina, South Carolina Department of Employment Workforce, South Carolina Human Affairs Commission, and the EOC of Greenville and others sought to cover up civil rights violations. Then that became a criminal conspiracy in order to deny those civil rights violations. I am again requesting of the United States Department of Justice for an independent investigation into the state of South Carolina, South Carolina Human Affairs Commission, South Carolina Department of Employment Workforce, and the U.S. EOC of Greenville, and others. This may be my fight, because my name is on it, but this fight has bigger consequences for all of us. Anytime we allow a corrupt government system to exist and not be exposed. And I'm just telling my story. And justice is still required.